my cough will come back on.
All right, so we're here this afternoon. A lot of our clients are buying TaskCentre. We're recommending it a lot. You guys have told me great things about it, but I'd like to hear some real life reasons why you think TaskCentre is good. Who wants to start?
I can start.
Go ahead.
One of the things that I've noticed in a lot of my interviews with my clients is a lot of the new clients and even our existing clients, when they're looking at restructuring some of their business processes, I've noticed that they would like to automate a lot more of the processes than they have them right now within iMIS. And one of the examples that I hear a lot is if I have somebody register online, they automatically get an email confirmation saying that they've been registered and the information about their meeting. But if they do the same process within iMIS, that email doesn't automatically go out as a confirmation. So one of the things they would like to do is to automate that email as soon as I complete my transaction, have the email automatically generate and go to whoever's been registered.
That's great, because I have a client that has a new form on the membership application where they're asking student members for their advisors' contact information. But in addition to that, they want a process where if I am a student and I fill out this demographic information, then an email is sent to a third party that can verify, and that would take away from the staff having to do that manually.
Right.
Yeah, that would be great.
And somewhere in it, I think they all want to get CC'd on these emails that automatically get generated. So not only are they going out to the outside party, but they're getting a copy of it as well, so they know what's been generated.
Great.
I think that really the beauty of TaskCentre is the way it can combine a series of steps that could be handled by lots of different hands, and it can combine from either one single task that you can either schedule or you can fire it off manually just by hitting a button, and there it goes. It's just probably one of the best, I think, extension products that's built around iMIS. It really helps people get more value out of iMIS.
What have you done for some of your clients recently?
Recently, a lot of what people have been asking for is just ways to notify their members electronically when their membership dues are up, and also to send subsequent reminders and track who has already responded. You can have it query the database and know who responded to the first notice or the second notice, and avoid people that have responded, and just hit the target that you want to hit. So you can build a lot of business rules into it. And not only that, but you can also do counts and send emails back to the membership director to say, this number went out, so that people are aware of what's going on internally.
So a summary report after the email system went out. That's nice.
So I guess if they wanted, they could see the list of IDs that received the emails.
Yes, they could. And some people ask for an activity record to be written to the database so that it's there for perpetuity, so they'll know on a yearly basis. And sometimes they want additional information in there. For example, they might want to know the email address that it was sent to, so that in case some people say that, hey, I didn't get this, they can go in there and verify where did it go. So without going to the mail server. I mean, this is, a person in customer service is not going to go running down to the mail server.
Debbie, what are some of your clients doing?
Well, we've done some things with our clients also with some critical business rules and some data imports. And the nice thing about the data imports is that you can step through the process, so you can get your exception reports in a good format and determine what to do with those. Add them into some temp tables to be able to get all of the data straightened out before you import it into iMIS and report on it.
So it's a stepped process.
As you're doing the imports, and you can see the results right away. So for some financial banking where we have to reconfigure the files, as they come from the bank, you can kind of step through it and you can see the exception reports as they go. The other thing I like about the TaskCentre is for how many years did we hear people say, if it was this member type and it was this category, I would like to have this field updated. Or can you add a date so that we know exactly when it was updated? And we've been able to do some of those now with TaskCentre so that those critical business needs are maintained. And I think that's kind of a neat thing to do too. For example, one client needs their prefixes. They're military. They need their prefixes formatted perfectly so that when they send their letters out, so we can take the combination of 3 different fields and we can actually, format their prefixes. And since they're triggers and they're on the tables, the triggers recreate themselves. So if they should happen to get dropped from the database, TaskCentre can recreate them for you so that you're not losing those critical business processes.
That's key right there.
Yeah, how many times have we heard of triggers getting dropped? And without the trigger, then the data's not getting updated. And if we don't know how long and how much time has passed, trying to recreate that information is really difficult. So being able to recreate those triggers that may get lost, as you said, an update to demographics is easy. Or just an upgrade.
I think it's easier too for us to be able to, for our clients to be able to create some of those queries. The interface itself, the clients that are used to using Access or something are able to create some of those queries that previously they, if they didn't write SQL, they couldn't really do those queries. So I think in some instances that makes it easier too.
It's got a nice visual.
It has very nice visual, step in each step and then you can go backwards, modify it.
And the Boolean requirement so that you can say, if it's this, then go over here, take this step. If it's not, take this step. It's really nice. And I know, Suzanne, you created a lot of very complex tasks.
Well, it's really, the idea is that once people give you the idea, then all of a sudden you find more and more as you're going through the process that you can actually get it to do for the client. They might not tell you right away everything they need, but as you step through the process, they start coming up with more things that will refine it and more ideas that will just sort of grow and grow. And you could really create this thing to be as big as you want and be sorry that you did. But for the most part,